Hey everyone, Vidette Mayer here. I want to say hi and happy Sunday. It's been such a beautiful Sunday for us here in Austin. We went to some water and played around a little bit. And but this morning, this is why I wanted to share this nugget with you. I talk a lot about frequency and energy and how that all really kind of grounds down into modern life. And for so long of my own life, I would hear someone say, "Oh, the energy of this," or frequency, or kind of the more woo-woo concepts, and I would think they were flaky. But I really now believe that I am here, and I had to have that experience because now everything I live by is the frequency of it and how is that resonating with me. So I've had to really ground these ethereal ideas into my modern life, and the more that I do that, the more things come into my life so quickly and so beautifully. So because of that trust that I have in that idea, we are, as a family, are working on a rather large change. And for us, it's helping us to really come down to what is the energy of this step that we're taking? What is the energy of this one? Are we resonating with this? When we do research, it's how do we feel about this? Is it resonating? It's not about what's logical. We are literally navigating this minute by minute by how we feel and how we resonate with the idea. So I'm sharing with you what I'm also saying to myself constantly. What is the frequency? And what I really got tuned into today, and the message that is being asked of me to share, is this. Frequency creates the perfect space for us to collapse time. So if you think of everything as frequency and we have an intention, that intention resonates at a higher frequency of our being in the moment, otherwise we would have it. If we were resonating at that same level of resonance, we'd be able to see it. So our job is to keep increasing our frequency, and the more we do that, the more a synchronicity shows up. I was gonna say latch on, but that's not what we want. It's not the energy I want to bring. We say yes to that synchronicity, and then it rises us up a little bit more. And every minute is kind of like this puzzle piece that fits on top of the other, so we rise in frequency. As we rise in frequency, we're also noticing what is the thing that's kind of dipping me down in frequency. Oh, it's a fear. Oh, it's a fear of having to have this conversation. It's a fear of, oh, that seems really overwhelming. How am I ever going to make that happen and that happen? And when I get lost in the house, that frequency starts to pull me down a little bit, and that's further away from what I'm trying to create. So as soon as I recognize that frequency dipping me down, in that moment, in a quantum moment, I can say, I clear that. I've already shined a light on it. I clear it. Shoo! It falls away. Now you go whoop, and you step back up. And then you find a synchronicity, and you add on to that puzzle piece, another synchronicity, and then why am I sinking down a little bit? I'm sinking down, because now I'm putting the finances together. Okay, we got to do this, and oh, wait a minute, in an infinite moment that could be taken care of. That is already taken care of because I say yes to the fact that I'm letting go of those thoughts and those beliefs. I've shown a light on them. They're falling out of my field in this moment because I'm no longer worried about the money aspect. I have faith that the next synchronicity is going to lead me to the next financial step, and then the next logical step, and then the next non-logical step, and so on and so forth. Like, oh, what's bringing me down? Oh, I let that go. Now I know what that is. I let that go. That falls from my field, and I bounce up. Before you know it, what's happening every time you let go and you realize what's pulling you down, you also clear that energy in the timeline that you're in. Your frequency is a timeline. You keep operating in this frequency, and what's going to happen is you are going to keep getting kind of the same situations. If you keep up-leveling your frequency, you then up-level your timeline. It happens faster. and then you go up. So when we talk about timelines, those timelines are like for every possible moment that you can make a decision, there's a timeline for that. And you can increase your timeline simply by raising your frequency and being in the intention of it, letting go of all of that stuff. And every time you let go of a thought that brings you down, you then collapse that timeline because that one drops out. It's very sci-fi-y, movie-y, but it's really how it's working. So pay attention to how you feel, because this stuff really gets grounded into everyday life, and how you approach decisions, how you approach choices, how you approach intentions really does matter. How you are thinking about it and feeling about it and paying attention to what's bringing you further from it. Dropping that in an instant, that timeline also goes by. The only timelines that are left are those that are in a resonance of having it be easy and having it be in flow. Not too shabby to have to experiment with that. If you don't believe me, fine. But if there's some truth in it, just start experimenting with exactly what we've just talked about today. This is how you ascend in frequency. This is how you pull in everything you want in your life. If that is what you want to create, and if you want to live from a higher calling, I am opening up a brand new social network for those who are wanting to live in a higher and higher and higher frequency. It's called the Acension Network. It's a place for you to come, network, meet others who are in that same mindset. It's not on Facebook. It's not another Facebook group. It's on its own platform. It has a beautiful app available on iOS as well as Android. And I invite you to follow the link on this video and start joining our Acension Network. In 5 days, I'm going to offer you an abundance pyramid reading, and this is going to go into all of the 11 consciousness codes of abundance, and we are going to make sure that you are abundant in all aspects of your life. So that's going to happen live in the group on Friday, October 16th. But for now, please go and start to funnel yourself into this beautiful space that is created just for you, just for me, for those of us, for just those of us who are here to live fully from our hearts and from the deepest depths of our souls, and to continue to live that way, ascend in frequency, and truly live all of the desires of our soul. I will see you in the Acension Network. Mwah. Bye.